Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On.
Today we're going to be showing you some secrets hidden in our favourite video games.
So it's time for an Easter egg hunt.
Hey, Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, sir?
So Codsworth doesn't have your name in his database and you don't feel like your settlers are appreciating all the hard work you've put in for them.
What gave you the idea we're friends?
Well, don't worry, I know a place where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. Yes, it can get lonely as you wander around the Commonwealth as the sole survivor, but head over to Boston Common and you'll find a bar called Prost. Inside, you'll discover that this bar heavily resembles that of one found in the American comedy classic Cheers, complete with iconic central bar, as well as a pool table and office. See, Prost is actually German for cheers. Nicely done, Bethesda. You can hang out with Cliff and Norm sat at the bar. I see Cliff's wearing his postman's uniform as usual. You can even find Sam behind the bar serving drinks. I'll take a vodka and Yucca Quantum, thanks mate. Sam? Sam? Well, I will say they're all slightly less talkative than in the show. Oh, wait, they're not. Well, at least they all died horrifically in a place they loved.
One of the greatest Easter eggs of all time has to be the Megalodon from Battlefield 4. It was an Easter egg that had the entire Battlefield 4 community on one of the biggest hunts of all time, with clues being tweeted out by DICE LA developer JJJU. It was also one of the first Easter eggs in recent years to truly go viral, with Jack Fragg's video already amassing 5.2 million views. A big thank you to him for letting us use his footage. For those of you that didn't know already, the Megalodon Easter egg could be found on the map Paracel Storm. Once you had completed most of the Easter egg steps, the final step involved you climbing up to the top of a palm tree and shooting a glowing orb that you could see in the sea, which would trigger my favourite Easter egg of all time. It's a true legendary Easter egg, especially as you can't do it in the retail version of the game, as it was only available on the test servers.
Now, you can find Abstergo files lying about the islands of Far Cry 3, but come on, an Easter egg from another game from the same publisher? That's not the coolest in this game, in my humble opinion. In the side mission Home Delivered, you chat to a man who tells you that villagers have been disappearing after swimming in a sacred pool, describing the ruins underneath it as
Spooky, scary stuff like a werewolf bar mitzvah.
If you thought that description was weird, that's because it's a reference to one of my favourite comedy shows ever, 30 Rock. In it, they mentioned that character Tracy Jordan released a Halloween single called Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, a parody of Thriller mixed with the Monster Mash, and it includes the line Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, spooky, scary, boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. I must say that as a massive 30 Rock and Tina Fey fan, Tina, I love you, I actually squeaked and jumped out of my chair when I stumbled across this side mission and I heard what the guy said. Oh, and upon exploring the cave, you discover it was just a massive crocodile eating them all.
Have you ever felt like being killed by an enraged, fire-breathing chicken? Yeah, me neither, but that's exactly what can happen in this Gears of War 3 Easter egg. At the very start of the game in Act 1, Chapter 1, you're fighting against waves of Lambent, but at this particular point in the level, you can see 4 pipes which to activate the Easter egg, you need to stick your head into and start shooting, which will cause Marcus to shout, "Hello!" Once you've done this to all 4 of the pipes, it will cause a cute, harmless chicken to pop out. Slight opposite of an egg, if you think about it. Easter egg, chicken popping out. Terrible joke. If you shoot the chicken with a normal bullet, it will enrage and turn into a giant golden fire-breathing chicken that will most likely kill you. Now, one of the ways to kill it will be to use your active reload and poof. Goodbye, chicken.
You tail on that, you
We could make an entire video just on Portal references, specifically references to baked goods not being real. Like, come on, they were in like every game. We get it, you played Portal, everyone played Portal. However, one of my favourite Portal references is this little gem in Dishonored. When you're back at the Hound Pits pub, head to PIERO'S workshop. Whilst you're nosing about looking at all of his inventions, you can see a bricked up door frame with a weird oval shape drawn on it. That looks familiar. Then, if you jump out the window and look at it from the outside, you'll see that there's another portal-looking shape on the other side. There's also a note on the wall next to the portal labelled PIERO'S Door to Nowhere, talking about allowing a traveller to cover the distance from his workshop to an arbitrary point in a single step. Piero's note also says it currently leads to a sheer drop, which suggests the portal actually works. I particularly like this Easter egg because the inventor Piero is the perfect character to be looking into this stuff, and it fits in well in a universe where you can blink across gaps in a split second.
Now, I just wouldn't be being me if I didn't include a Call of Duty Easter egg, especially as it's on one of the most popular maps of all time, and that's the Nuketown Mannequin Easter egg. Which one, you might ask? Yeah, there's now 3 different Nuketown maps with 5 different Easter eggs for doing practically the same thing. In Black Ops 1, shooting off all the mannequin heads would play Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones. In Black Ops 2, you'd be able to play a load of old Activision minigames on the screen outside one of the houses. And in Black Ops 3, there's 3 different ones. If you shoot off all the heads, the mannequins will chase you like a zombie mannequin Easter egg. If you shoot off their arms, they will move when you're not looking at them, like the Weeping Angels in Doctor Who. And then if you shoot their heads and arms off, it will be a combination of the two.
So, Ezio Auditore is well known for his battles with sea monsters. No? Well, in Assassin's Creed 2, you could head to Venice and discover the secret assassin's tomb of Visitazioni. Head to Visitazioni's secret in your DNA menu if you want a quick peek for yourself. As you made your way through the tomb, you came to an area in a large cave with a pool where you could pull a lever to create a path to get to the next area. However, if you instead pulled the lever and looked over the edge and waited, you were then treated to a cutscene where a rather ghoulish, squiddy, octopusy thing would glide past in the smoky water, looking at you with a weird, beady, glowing eye. Ugh. For another peek, you could pull the lever again and look back over the same edge, triggering another cutscene where a tentacle flew up out of the water to take a swing at Ezio. Yeah. And that isn't the only tentacled secret in the Assassin's Creed series. In Black Flag, if you had Edward swim over to this little window in the Antoka wreck, you got to see a large whale being attacked by a giant squid. Perhaps it's the same squid both times, who is also in an animus in a whole different video game, Assassin's Creed. No? Okay, sorry. So those are some of our favourite Easter eggs. Let us know yours in the comments.
And make sure to subscribe and drop a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time.